Today, I will walk you through the exact workflow I used to create my recent AI Spec ad for the North Face. If you haven't seen the ad yet, pause this video and watch it first. It will give you the right context for what we are going about to break down. So in this video, I'll show you how an engaging story starts, how that idea turns into a clear, well-structured prompt using natural language, and finally, how I create realistic, consistent characters that evolve into a cinematic sequence. Hello good people, my name is Michał Kuźmiński and this is where creativity meets technology, one topic at a time. So I start with proper brand research. I watch existing North Face commercials and campaigns to understand the vibe, the color palette, the pacing and the overall visual language. The main concept that stood out to me was a story of a climber slowly making his way to the top of the mountain. Not a heroic moment at the summit, but the struggle on the way up. The core motive of this story is his heavy breathing, present in every step he takes. And that breath becomes the rhythm of the story and the emotional anchor of the entire piece. Next, I downloaded a few reference photos that match the feeling I want to achieve. These images help guide ChatGPT later on and keep the visual direction consistent throughout the whole project. Then I create a new ChatGPT project, and this is where I define the creative direction for the entire video. I upload the reference images, add extra context about the brand, and clearly describe the style, mood, and overall concept I want to achieve. This step saves a lot of time later on and keeps the entire process structured, instead of fixing things randomly at the end. So from this point, I use the same project for everything: the script, character prompts, and the visual direction. It keeps the whole process focused and consistent. After a few iterations, once I'm happy with the script, the next step is creating the voiceover. To generate the AI voiceover, I use ElevenLabs text-to-speech. I start by choosing a voice that fits the tone of the specific project. Then I paste in my final script and generate the voiceover. To make it sound more natural and polished, I also enable the V3 Enhance option. Once the voiceover is ready, it becomes the backbone of the entire video.
Up here, the air is thinner. Every breath is visible. You feel it with every step.
Every visual decision that comes next I build around the rhythm and the emotion of that voice. Next, I use the same ChatGPT project to create character prompts for Nano Banana Pro. I start by building a master prompt. This is where I define how my character should look, what they are wearing, and the overall outdoor setup. Small imperfections that make the character feel real and human. Once the master prompt is ready, I take a screenshot of it and I upload it into ChatGPT project memory. This way, I don't have to repeat the same information in every single prompt. ChatGPT already understands the visual language I'm working in and automatically generates all future prompts in the same style. Absolutely beautiful and efficient. The next step is the creating my character using Nano Banana Pro. Because ChatGPT already knows the exact format and style I'm working in, I can use very simple and natural language when generating prompts. After a few iterations, once I'm happy with the result, this image becomes my first reference image. Then I move on to creating a medium close-up and a full body shot of the same character. Okay guys, now comes really important trick, one that keeps everything highly consistent and also credit efficient, so listen up. I ask ChatGPT to break my script down into individual visual scenes. I copy those scenes and use a simple prompt inside Nano Banana Pro. Create a 3x3 cinematic sequence based on the following scenes and storyline, with sequential numbers added to the corner of every frame. I paste in the scenes prepared by ChatGPT and upload my character reference image. And this creates mini storyboards where both the style and the character stay consistent. I generate a few of these, review them, and whenever a frame fits the story perfectly, I click Reference and use the simple prompt. Extract the frame followed by the frame number. I repeat this process until I have enough shots and all visual details I need. Once everything is ready and I've got enough images, I download them and save them in the separate folder on my PC. Now guys, it's time to bring everything into the cinematic world. Once I've got all my images ready, I bring them into the Higgsfield Cinema Studio. And now we're gonna play a little bit. I switch to the image tab and choose the camera, the lens and focal length that match the cinematic look I want. There are lots of cameras and lenses, so there are lots of different configurations, so you need to play a little bit to find your own look. Then I simply upload each image and hit generate. Cinema Studio recreates my Nano Banana images using real camera optics, which helps everything feel unified like it was shot on the same camera setup. At this stage, all images inside Cinema Studio are already selected shots. I don't do any further filtering. I simply add them to the favorites by clicking the heart icon. So everything stays clean and organized when I move into video creation. I switch to the video tab inside Cinema Studio and start uploading my favorite images one by one. For each shot, I choose the camera movement, set the clip duration, decide whether I want slow motion or not, and select how many generations I want to run. In terms of camera movement, I change camera motion depending on what I want the viewer to feel. In more dynamic moments, I use handheld style movements, so the viewer feels almost inside the action. For more calm scenes, I stick to slower pushes, gentle pans, or slight rotations. This way movement always supports the story instead of distracting from it. Now it's time to editing. I bring everything to Premiere Pro and start building the timeline around the voiceover. The voice sets the rhythm of the edit. Every cut, pause, and transition follows the timing. Next, I choose the right music track to establish the mood and the emotional tone. After that, I build the sound effects layer, adding breathing, movement, and subtle impacts to bring the story to life. Finally, I tie everything together using the Dehancer film emulation plugin. A light color grade combined with subtle grain, halation, and bloom makes the image feel cohesive and cinematic. So regarding the workflow, guys, that's pretty much it. And for me, this project really confirmed one thing. AI didn't replace the creativity, it simply removed some of the friction. I still made decisions about the story, emotion, and pacing. The tools just helped me move faster from the idea to image. At the end of the day, it's not about prompts or software, it's about intention. So if you like this video, consider subscribing for more creative experiments, and I will see you in the next one.